Matthias Karg to this show. This is organized by WFM Media and WFM Community. WFM Community, as you know, is just starting with new projects, new initiatives to teach people from the industry in India on construction, on the products, on technologies, on innovations, and how to choose the quality products and how to go about doing quality projects. So welcome, Mr. Karg, to this.
Thank you very much.
So he's an engineer heading engineering department from Aluplast. He's in charge of Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and he joined Aluplast in 2009 and has been with the window industry for over 20 years. His technical know-how is an excellent. We had an interaction with Aluplast for many years. We have been part of our shows, which we are organizing all over India. And it is a pleasure to talk to them. They are such technical experts and have such wonderful innovative products. Matthias is a part of the team for 25 years, and I'm sure his services and his knowledge would have helped the company to come up with such beautiful ideas and systems and technologies. He has a degree in plastics engineering. Aluplast is one of the most dynamic international window profile system, manufacturing among the best manufacturers of or top ranked manufacturers of Windows profile system in the world. Their products have earned enviable reputation for innovation, high performance, and reliability worldwide. Aluplast uPVC profile systems is prominently adopted because of their best structural and weather properties, I must say. And they have their large manufacturing and sales sites and their services provided worldwide give them an opportunity to support their customers all over the world in the right way. So welcome, Matthias. Let's move ahead with the questions on your company as well as yourself. Welcome to the show and welcome to our viewers. If you have any queries on products or technologies, you can always mail to us, and we will definitely share the answers from such expert like Matthias on all your questions, and he could provide you everything what you require on the profile systems, windows or fenestration systems, if you have any questions. So Matthias, welcome to the show once again. We have the fenestration industry witnessing a big leap from 90s to 2010, 2000. In 2000, it has again grown much bigger as an industry. And this incredible growth in demand for doors and windows is seen in all projects in India as well as worldwide. Could you please talk about your company Aluplast role in the growth as well as the kind of products you have? Please give us an introduction on Aluplast.
Yes, thank you very much, Renu, for your nice words and the welcoming. It's a pleasure being here. Aluplast is a company, a family-owned company, started in 1982 with mainly European products, of course, and then growing and also investing into other markets, went into other countries, more into export. And I had the first experiences with India in 2006. Officially, we launched in 2009 in India. And so we always looked at the requirements of each country we are going into to see which products are needed and which products are demanded from the market. And we try to match these kind of products, plus just including our innovations, our knowledge, our experience into that. And we always try to be very close to our customers for the dialogue. And of course, India is a fantastic market and has grown enormously in the past, let's say, decade or more than a decade, where we have really, really fantastic projects realized during these years. So we just developed a lot of new systems also, especially for Indian requirements,
Yes.
because India was always one of our main focuses, which also was shown into our investment into an Indian branch with a production plant, which we made a few years ago.
Yeah.
And so we are very happy being there. And I think we have the right products now to um, please the market and also the requirements of the customers. You know?
So that's one nice to know that you are here in India since 2009 and you would have seen the
Yes.
changes in the market over the years.
Oh, yes.
Could you please tell me about your responsibilities with the company over the years when did you join the company and how did you take it forward with
Yes. Yeah. I started with Aluplast in 2009. Before I was in the machine market. So I was in the machine business for the uPVC and aluminum machinery.
Mhm.
So Aluplast, I had relation with Aluplast before. Um, and then we started also in 2009 entering the Indian market. Um, and I started as a technician with Aluplast, and
Yeah.
then getting more and more involved into engineering topics, into consulting topics. We just built a team, also a technical team in India um, to supply all the, let's say, the service um, and the help for the support for the customer. So, and then of course, other markets as well grew more and more. So I was more and more on travel all over the world. Um, and then I decided, no, I would like to focus on several markets where India is still part of it. I'm
Yeah.
supervising our team in India. And also before the pandemic, I was still visiting India on a regular base,
Mhm.
which will happen again after the pandemic. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so this was like how I came into that job, and now I'm located here in the Philippines since 4 years. You know, so that's quite a good location also for to reduce the distances in traveling.
Yeah, so I am happy to know that that you have been working with Indian population, Indian industry, and working towards specialized products like yours to introduce in the market and to introduce various technologies and quality products in the market. Uh,
Mm,
Please tell me about your products which are introduced in the market. I came to know that you have introduced few new products also like the Smart-slide and Woodec. Please
yes.
on the products first of all, whatever you have introduced in the market since 2009 when you came to India, and the
Mhm.
new products which you are introduced in the market recently, and what kind of difference in technology and quality you are providing now based on
Okay.
market
Yeah.
requirement.
Yeah. Um, Now we started to study the market at the beginning. Of course, we realized India is a market with mainly two products, which is the opening out or outward opening windows and a very big sliding market. So
Mhm.
we tried to find also good sliding products to suit the Indian market, especially when it comes to high-rise buildings and
Yeah.
to bigger elements. So we have different systems as well. The lift and slide is a good system also for the Indian market for us. Um, we continuously developed these kind of products, which came the latest sliding product before the or after the smart slide was the Vario slide, which is a new sliding system. Especially we adjusted for let's say governmental projects and also other needs for the Indian market.
Yeah.
And but then I think our main innovation, even if it was not only our own innovation, was the smart slide, which is a very special product, as well as new surfaces as a lamination. So these are the, let's say, the two major products which we would like to, or we are introducing to the Indian market right now, where I have prepared a little presentation, for these two markets. So if you like, we can go
Definitely,
through
please.
that. Yes.
Yeah, please go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah,
Then I will
how to watch
share
it.
the screen with you. Now, just a moment, and then we can start this presentation. Um, the products we launched almost in India at the same time like we did in Europe, because it was a very very interesting and very new product. But of course, Europe has a little bit different ideas about colors and these kind of things. So we first adopted it to the Indian requirements before we came really into the market with
Yeah.
what we call Woodec. Uh, Woodec is a new surface which has not only really an astonishing wooden finish, which you can see, you also can feel it. So this is the really the different thing. If you touch that surface, you have the feeling that it's real wood. That's the biggest difference. And as you see, we have different colors chosen for the Indian market.
Yeah.
And so the main laminations or let's say availabilities are, let's say, we have bright colors, we have dark colors, and of course some let's say other finishes, but all of them are the same. Like if you touch it, it feels like wood. Yeah. So this is one of the big differences and advantages in this kind of product. Um, the other big advantages is the surface itself in several ways. We know from a lamination, of course, a lamination is sensitive. A foil is sensitive. You can have easily scratches which you need to repair, and it doesn't look nice. So here we have a much higher resistance against mechanical stress, and even with cleaning, it's much easier. Yeah. So, and also the life expectancy is much higher, than the normal lamination. Plus, you have a chemical resistance. Even graffiti, you can remove easily from that surface, because if you can say, okay, let's say for the general understanding is like, Teflon, which normally everybody has at home in the pan or in the cooking. This is also part of the surface. So that means it's not really taking some chemicals or some other materials, so you can easily clean it. So this is also one of the big advantages. Another big advantage, of course, it's not only easy to clean, it's also easy to repair if you have a scratch.
Okay.
So there's a quite a big innovation which we made together with our partner in this field. So that means we try to bring the product or improve the product in terms of user friendly handling. So less effort in investing time to clean, to repair, to do things, to do that. So this is about to say we have another similar thing like the Woodec, which we will launch soon. It's also very exciting, similar but different. But we will present it the next time once we have launched it.
So I have
And
a few
yes,
questions
please.
on Woodec, or would you like to continue with the presentation, or should I ask the questions?
No, you just ask whenever you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever you want.
So see, you have recently launched this Woodec product uh, and Smart-slide product. Can you tell me about this Woodec? What are the advantages? You said the color is wood is something which Indians always like to use in their doors, windows, or anywhere on the walls. Also, they'll use a lot of wood. We use a
Mm,
wood. So flooring, everything on wood, wooden color we love in our houses or offices. So
yes.
where did you come up with color wood concept for Woodec? And can you tell me about the advantages of this product Woodec above the other products which are available in the market of similar type?
Yeah, the advantages, if we want to summarize the advantages, we have an advantage in the design, which includes the haptic. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, we have an advantage in the resistance. We know that environmental influences, especially in India, is a topic, is an important topic. When you go to cities like Delhi, like Mumbai, where you have some kind of dirt on the streets, you have pollution, which is highly aggressive. Uh,
Yeah,
so that means the resistance against these kind of influences is much higher.
yeah,
Yeah. And of course, our experience from the past is, of course, you're right that the wooden finish is a very popular one in India. Yeah. So people like to have this kind of look. So we try to match, um, let's say, the main colors which came out from the past experience. We already had wooden finishing before. Yeah. But now we have the main advantages coming in, let's say, the design and the resistance against mechanical stress, against chemicals, against even graffiti, against, let's say, other influences from the environment.
Could you please elaborate a little more on the lamination used on this? How it is different from the regular laminated profiles?
The lamination process itself
Yes.
remains the same
Yeah.
than before. The handling for the fabricator will also remain the same. Um, what is different is the different layers of the lamination. So there's a different, you have each lamination, or let's say the standard lamination is a single layer.
Yeah.
So now we have multiple layers in the lamination, which have different functions.
Okay.
So you have a cooling function, which reduce the heat entrance. We have that kind of Teflon surface, which is reducing the sensitivity against the chemical or mechanical stress. So that's why you have now similar like you have in the packaging industry. You have the packaging is normally several layers
Yeah.
together in one packaging depending on the requirements. And this is similar here with the lamination. This is really new on that we have a different combination of layers now.
Okay. So, can you tell me something more on the quality testings and all those done on this profile alone as a system? How advantages, what are the advantages of the
The
system?
testing, you mean about the testing, especially for the lamination
Yes,
or
the
in
quality
general?
control and testing and
Oh, yeah, for that, especially for these new laminations, we had a quite a long period together with our partner from the for the lamination where we really tested
yeah.
the the profiles on in different situations from extremely cold to extremely hot, the UV influence. We had also test customers where we delivered some material for the real-time test
Yes.
at the beginning before we launched a product. So there was
Yeah.
maybe roughly about 1.5 years research and development before we launched that product.
Okay.
And of course, we have the advantage which we have is we are in so many countries and there are so many standards in different countries.
Mhm.
That means we can cover all the extreme situations which you have from different countries.
I think that is what is required in India, because we have weather types right from the arid, very hot to the coldest weather. So it is what we are looking for, especially when people are choosing systems like uPVC.
Yeah, yeah,
That
of
is
course.
a major concern. I'm
Yes,
sure your product will be tested for all these, right? So
of course.
could you
Yeah.
please tell me about the second product also which you are introducing?
Okay. We can talk about the Smart-slide system.
Yeah.
Let's say we are not the first one who launched this product, but
Mhm.
we are the one who was really the most or did the most consequent um, research and development and market research for this product. So the Smart-slide system is something where you can, I will show you a short video on how it's functioning. And you will already, I think you will already see there's a difference, uh, especially when you look on the locking. Uh,
It's quite smooth, right?
it is very smooth, yes.
Mm.
And let's say the the main difference is, let's say we have a sliding window
Mm-hmm.
combined with the tightness of a tilt and turn window,
Yeah.
which is a European system, and I think the most tightest window when it comes to influence of weather conditions uh,
Mm.
in the market. You know that sliding windows in general, you know, they have this brush seals around the profiles
Yeah.
that you can slide them. Yeah. So here we don't have a brush seal anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We are using rubber sealing, rubber gasket,
Okay.
and this means that kind of opening where you have the opening in a different level for
Yeah.
opening and closing means that the gasket is coming away from the,
Mm.
and you can slide it easily. Very smooth operating. Yeah, very
Oh.
smooth operating.
Mm.
Um, Other advantages is, let's say we have very easy to manufacture this window, so very short time for manufacturing. Um, we can realize all the requirements in the glazing, even the modern requirements in double, triple glazing with big glasses, also heavy weights,
Yeah.
and we can make it flush with inner flooring uh, as well, what is also a requirement for
Okay.
many people. So it's let's say it's a combination of two fantastic products. Yeah. In and if you see also, I go back on this here. When you look at it, you almost cannot see any hardware.
Mm.
Yeah.
True.
So
It's a
it's a
very
kind.
clean system. Mm.
Yes, it's like a, you see the pure window. That means you have a fantastic door. You even can easily use it for high-rise buildings without
Yes.
any um, problems, because we tested this type of window, for example, in New Zealand, where they have a very high um, testing requirement concerning the wind. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and we passed also there the very high wind zone, which is means it's has typhoon proof more or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an alternative also as well to the lift and slide system, which is a very nice system, but also very expensive system. So it's more price sensitive than, for example, the lift and slide system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, we have, let's say, one of the differences to our competitors who never really promoted these kind of system. All of them, they've been relying on only one hardware supplier.
Okay.
And our system is open for all hardware suppliers. So that means you as a fabricator, you have the choice of which hardware you want to use.
Okay.
The flexibility. Um, so what you mentioned it already before. We did all the testings concerning, because this is anyway what we have to do before we launch a system in Europe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we have to pass all the testings, because otherwise no customer will buy on that. And India also has very high requirements now on these kind of things. That is definitely good, and a big advantage now also for India. So we passed all these tests, and it's also, when it comes to burglary resistance, has a very high security level. We have that, what we call in Europe, WK. That is a kind of a resistant clarification, resistance against burglary, or or breaking in. So we can reach a very high resistance. I've attended some tests which we did together with a hardware supplier, which was very impressive. We even passed the what in Australia, maybe you heard about that. They call it a bushfire test. So they will treat the window with fire, and it has to resist roughly 40 minutes against the fire. So all these kind of things. And as well, maybe if you come to, or many people will know that kind of what we call tilt and slide system, which is also comparable system to that one, but very difficult to operate. But this one is very easy to open, to close. You can really slide it with 2 fingers or even 1 finger. It's very easy to operate, to lock, to unlock. And so it's like something like the result of many years of research and development in several markets. So we can go up to 24mm glass thickness. Of course, it will be available in all the laminations, also like together with the Woodec, what we talked before. So you can have that in any look you like to have. So that's a that's a very interesting system.
So I would, seeing this interesting presentation, I think this is a very novel product for Indian market. Though we have some products which are, I think the country is also going towards much better technologies now. In fact, we've seen quite a number of lift and slide windows and doors too in some of the projects which are coming up. Not really, I mean, a lot of people are using it, but still, I think. Why did you give the name Smart-slide? It's an interesting name. I think it's a very catchy name. I'm sure people love it. And
no, we were thinking about the name, because we said, okay, which are the advantages of the system? And we realized, we said the first initial idea when they said, oh, it is somewhere we want to place this product between the tilt and slide and the lift and slide. But then we realized that, oh, it has many more advantages. So we said, okay, but now what we want to do, what is the main property of the system? So, and then somebody came out with it, oh, it's a very smart system, it's really nice. And they said, okay, that's the name, that's a good idea. So smart means it combines advantages from several different systems. You know, we have in each and every system, of course, you have advantages, you have disadvantages. But here, the advantages are so much more than the disadvantages.
Disadvantages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why we came out with that name Smart.
Mhm.
Uh,
So you said that it is compatible with almost all quality hardware which is available in India and other countries, right? How
yes,
sure
exactly.
that? How did you go about this design? How can you make this happen? That where
What we said, we combined our system with some, let's say, um, additional profiles which are matching to the type of hardware. So that means depending on, we have a lot of partners in terms of hardware, like we are working together with all the major brands.
Mhm.
And depending on the brand, let's say we have different additional profiles, which we also will deliver. Um, and with these kind of additional profiles, you can install the hardware you have chosen. Uh,
Okay.
so
So
this was a modular, a kind of a modular assembling system.
uh-huh. So I'm sure the installation time will be much lesser compared to others also, right? It
Oh
is
yeah, oh,
faster.
yes. When we did the first training with customers, also we realized that it takes maybe less than half of the time what you need to assemble a lift and slide. Uh,
Mhm.
and for the tilt and slide, also you have a lot of assembling time for the hardware.
Yeah.
So we saved a lot of time on that. You can realize quite also um, big openings, and of course also if somebody wants to, if you also want to visit it, and you will have the chance to visit daily one day. We have that system also in our new showroom in Delhi,
Mhm.
so available.
So you spoke about the qualities like wind resistance, fire resistance, and of course acoustics is a major concern in India when you are looking at windows and doors with so much of noise around, pollution, and one more thing is we have monsoons, the rains in most of our so it's how water resistant it is. Could you, what kind of test and what kind of association you had, like any other the certifying agencies, uh,
Yes.
can you please tell me about this?
Yeah, of course. Because what we do is we have, let's say, some standards in the testing.
Hmm.
So the environmental testing is mainly the wind, water, and then we have mechanical stress. So that means deflection, which also comes along with a very strong wind as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. So, and water, we have that kind, what we call, you have the monsoon. For example, here in the Philippines, we also have the typhoons.
Yes.
Um, and you have in Southeast Asia, like in Singapore, you have also extreme rain, or in Malaysia, when you have the rainy season. It's very similar to India during the monsoon season.
Correct.
So what we, of course, we tested also what we call the horizontal rain. So you have
Mhm.
the really the rain with together with a strong wind. Yeah, and we tested all these kind of influences when it comes to the classification for the material, and for the finished windows. And we always test our windows in the maximum possible size. So this is the other side. So it doesn't matter. So we, especially of course for India, we know that we have for example the high-rise building. When you go up in the high-rise building, 20, 30s or 40
Yeah.
floors, you have a permanent wind. And of course, when it starts raining, plus the wind, it will influence the water even more towards the window. Yeah. And all these things, they are part of our testing as well.
So thank you so much for the information. If you wish to convey something to our audience, some more points, you can wind up and conclude your interview with your valuable advice and valuable.
No, I want to thank you for the time and that I had the chance to talk to you today. So I'm very happy that I could introduce some of our products, and yeah, hopefully um, I will have the chance to come to India again soon. now. And yeah, then I hope you are very successful in what you are doing right now. And but thank you very much for your
Thank you,
time.
Matthias. All the
Yes,
best to Aluplast and you
thank you very much.
listeners for your success, and stay safe, enjoy, and I'm sure you will be enjoying Philippines.
Yes, I will. I will do my best. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Renu.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care. Take care.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too.
Bye.
Bye.